is up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review A Star Is Born. So, A Star Is Born stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and what this film is basically about, it's about this, musician named Jack, and, he discovers this young singer named Allie, and he wants to help her basically become famous because he really loves how she sounds and stuff like that. While in the midst of doing this, Jack is in his own little downward spiral. So, what did I think of A Star Is Born? Now, going into A Star Is Born, I've heard many things about this movie. It's gotten a lot of praise. A lot of people have been really, I think, to my knowledge, this is the front runner for Best Picture. So, I was really excited to see and even before all of that, I was really excited for this movie. I thought the trailers were great. I love Bradley Cooper as an actor, and this was his directorial debut. I think Lady Gaga is an immensely talented person. She's personally one of my favorite singers. I love her a lot, so I was interested to see what she could do in a big role like this. So there was a lot of intrigue even before all the hype started surrounding around this movie. I was still really interested to see what this movie had to offer, and plus I had never seen another adaptation of A Star Is Born. This was my first, time ever seeing an adaptation of this. This is, the fourth adaptation of this story, so I had never seen any of the other three, and this was my first time seeing this story come to life. So I was very interested to see where this movie would go and how I would feel. And how I feel is yeah, this movie is deserving of all the praise it's getting. This movie is absolutely fantastic. It's an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure. That's the best way to describe this movie, to be honest. Because this movie just takes so many turns and things that, just leave you broken. But, there are some moments that are kind of heartfelt, but it leaves you broken in a lot of ways, to be honest. It's really devastating to watch. Not just it's really devastating to watch, to be honest. And I thought it was a really amazing film, to be honest. I really thought this was a fantastic movie. Now, for why I think it's a fantastic movie, I think we should get into the positives, shall we? So, let's get right into them. Here we go with my positives with the film. So, my positives with the film. My positives are, first being, the acting. The acting is really fantastic in this movie. I think everyone gives a stellar performance in this movie. I think everyone does a really fantastic job. Bradley Cooper gives the performance of his career, in my opinion. This is the best I've ever seen him. I really love his performance a lot in this movie. He put a lot of passion into this, and he just did an absolutely fantastic job. I really felt his performance a lot, to be honest. I really felt it, and it was amazing. And it just, when you see, Jack going through his downward spiral, it just makes it even more devastating because of just how amazing Bradley Cooper does of a job in this. It really makes you feel the emotion, to be quite honest. And he does a really fantastic job in this movie. I love how he is in this film. He does such an absolutely incredible job, and he really gives his all in this movie, to be honest. I really loved him a lot in this movie. He gave an absolutely stellar performance, in my opinion. But however, no pun intended, but the star here is indeed Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga gives arguably the best performance I've seen from anybody, honestly, from 2018, to be honest. Wow, she just owns it with, everything. She is phenomenal in this movie. This is you better get used to seeing Academy Award winner Lady Gaga, because it's gonna happen. This is who's winning Best Actress, no question. And she just gives her all in this movie, and she is absolutely fantastic. And this proves my theory right, that she is the most powerful human being on the face of the planet, because, man, does she do an amazing job in this movie. And I believe she said in interviews that this story reminded very much of her actually coming up as a singer. like actually, wanting to become a singer and stuff like that. This reminded her of her own story, and it felt very personal to her. And honestly, you could really see that in the movie, and you could really feel that with her performance in the film. Like, this was personal to her, and you can feel that through her performance. And she just does such an absolutely amazing job in this movie. I think she just gives the performance of a lifetime in this film, and I absolutely loved her performance in this movie. Truly an incredible performance. Like I said, arguably the best performance I've seen from anybody this year, to be honest. Like, I think she did an absolutely phenomenal job in the film. Everyone else is great too. Sam Elliott gives a really fantastic performance in the movie too. He's absolutely great. So yeah, the acting overall I think is really fantastic in the movie. Like I said, the emotion here. Oh man, does it hit you like a brick, to be honest. Like, the emotion here just hits you so hard in the head. It really does. Like, and it's heartbreaking to watch, especially like, with Jack's downward spiral, them trying to manage their relationship. It's heartbreaking to watch. Like, and this is the sad thing too, is that a lot of musicians go through this stuff. Well, people do, but what they're trying to present in this movie, it's sad, because this is what does happen a lot, and it's really depressing and really heartbreaking, to be honest, and it just shows in this movie, and it's really just emotional to watch. I think they did an absolutely incredible job in the movie with that. I think they, played it off great. It didn't feel emotionally manipulating. It didn't feel like that. It felt very neutral and natural, and I like that with this movie, and it was absolutely fantastic. Like, they do an absolutely great job of that in this film. The music here, like, arguably the best soundtrack I think I've heard maybe this decade, to be honest. I love the soundtrack with this movie. I could definitely see this becoming one of my all-time favorites down the line, to be honest, because every song here is incredible. Like, there was not one song in this movie that I did not like, honestly. Like, every song in this movie is absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. I loved every song here, from Black Eyes to Shallow and I Will Never Love Again. Yeah, just absolutely phenomenal. I love the soundtrack with this movie. This is definitely one of the best soundtracks I think I've ever heard to a movie, to be quite honest. And we already know Lady Gaga has the chops. We've already, we've known this for years. But Bradley Cooper does a really good job singing as well. Like, and what I've heard is he, for 6 months would train his voice. And it definitely pays off, honestly. Like, I really do think he does an absolutely fantastic job, singing in this movie. He really does. He does an absolutely incredible job, honestly. Like, I love his singing in this movie. Like, I thought, all that hard work paid off, to be honest. And like I said before, we've already know of Lady Gaga, but, she does an absolutely incredible job, too. So, yeah, I thought the music was really fantastic in the film, and like I said, definitely something I could see becoming one of my all-time favorites down the line in terms of soundtracks. The writing is absolutely fantastic with this movie. I absolutely love the writing with this movie. It has an absolutely fantastic screenplay, in my opinion. I love the screenplay with The Star is Born. The directing is phenomenal. This is one of the best directorial debuts I think I've ever seen. Bradley Cooper, just not only in his performances, he put a lot of passion and dedication towards it. It shows in his directing as well. He puts a lot of passion, a lot of dedication into his directing, into this film, and I absolutely love it. It is so well shot, so well edited. The cinematography as well is absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. I love the directing with this movie. The directing is absolutely, truly phenomenal with this film. It is so amazing, honestly. Like, Bradley Cooper really gives it his all, not only in his performance, but in his directing as well. He really shows his passion in this movie, and he does an absolutely fantastic job directing it with this film. I love the relationship between Jack and Ellie. It is definitely one of the best relationships I've seen in the movie, to be honest. I really felt invested in their relationship through the ups and through the downs. And what I like about it is that it's never really toxic per se. It's just that they're going through some rough patches, which is normal in a relationship. And it's just heartbreaking to watch. Honestly, while it's nice, when they're being nice to each other and stuff, but when they're going through the rough patches and stuff like that, it's like really heartbreaking to watch because you feel like it's like, man, this is devastating. Like, these two people like to be with each other so much, but just some things are getting in the way, and it's devastating to watch. Honestly, it's really emotional, and especially when it gets towards the ending, which I won't say anything, of course, if you haven't seen the movie, but like, easily the most emotional ending I've seen since The Shape of Water, to be honest. Devastating to watch, to be honest. Devastating, absolutely devastating, and I thought they did just a really great job of really mannering their relationship with each other. I think they did a really great job with that in this film. I became very invested into it. I will say this, the pacing for the most part too is really good, to be honest. This movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Really doesn't feel like that for the most part, to be honest. I really do think they do a great job with the pacing here, really keeping me invested throughout the good majority of the runtime. Okay, in terms of negatives, there is only one thing that I didn't really like. This movie is damn near perfect, but there is one thing that I really didn't like with this movie, and that's kind of the beginning is a little bit rushed. It's kind of rushed in a little bit in the beginning of the movie. To be honest, like, I do think it's a bit rushed. But other than that, that's really the only negative thing I got to say about this movie, to be honest, is that in the beginning it's a little bit rushed, to be honest. And, yeah, like, I just felt like in the beginning they just kind of rushed things a bit. But after that, that's why I think the movie really flows well and really, moves at a good pace. So yeah, that's really the only negative thing I really have to say about this movie, to be honest, is that it just kind of rushes in the beginning. But other than that, yeah, everything pretty much is perfect. So overall, Star is Born is absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. If this does win Best Picture, I am not going to complain at all, because it is definitely a well-deserving film for Best Picture. It is absolutely fantastic. It is definitely one of the best films that 2018 had to offer, and I absolutely loved almost every minute of this. It is an absolutely incredible film. So aside from my official grade on A Star is Born, and my official grade on A Star is Born is an A. Like I said, this is a damn near perfect movie in my opinion. I really love this a lot. Some of the most emotional stuff I've seen in a film in quite some time, to be honest. Is absolutely incredible, with stellar performances, an absolutely amazing soundtrack, and just some absolutely incredible passion in the directing department. Is absolutely fantastic. I love A Star is Born. If you have not seen A Star is Born yet, definitely go out and see it. It's definitely worth your time. Absolutely love this movie a lot. It definitely deserves an A. So, if you have seen A Star is Born, what did you think of it? Please leave it in the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we will see you all later. Peace.